U.S. President Donald Trump is defending his decision to initially back Senator Luther Strange against Roy Moore in Alabama's Senate election. "I was right," the president said in a pre-dawn Twitter post on Wednesday, a day after Democrat Doug Jones narrowly defeated Mr. Moore, a former state Supreme Court Chief Justice who was buffeted by allegations of sexual misconduct. Democrat Doug Jones has won Alabama's election for the U.S. Senate, scoring an upset victory against the embattled Roy Moore in a deeply conservative state against a Republican candidate who was backed by President Donald Trump. More than 200 institutional investors with $26 trillion in assets under management said they would step up pressure on the world's biggest corporate greenhouse gas emitters to combat climate change. San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee died of undisclosed causes. British inflation unexpectedly rose to its highest level in nearly 6 years in November, tightening the post-Brexit vote squeeze on households whose spending is the main driver of the country's economy. Former U.S. soldier Charles Jenkins, who spent nearly 4 decades in North Korea before resettling in Japan, has died aged 77. A lawyer for Rurik Jutting, who was jailed for life in Hong Kong for the gruesome murder of 2 Indonesian women, says the judge who presided over the gruesome trial last year had misdirected the jury. Indonesian police are hunting for a U.S. citizen who escaped from an overcrowded Bali prison by cutting through steel bars in a ceiling, the jailer's second breakout of foreign inmates this year. Democrat Doug Jones has won Alabama's election for the U.S. Senate, scoring an upset victory against the embattled Roy Moore in a deeply conservative state against a Republican candidate who was backed by President Donald Trump. Mr. Trump noted in his social media post that the reason he originally sided with Strange was that "I said Roy Moore will not be able to win the general election." He added, "Roy worked hard but the deck was stacked against him." The president had sent a tweet late Tuesday congratulating Mr. Jones, a former federal prosecutor, on his hard-fought victory. Mr. Jones, best known for prosecuting 2 Ku Klux Klansmen responsible for bombing Birmingham's 16th Street Baptist Church in 1963 that killed 4 young African-American girls. The upset delivered an unimagined victory for Democrats and shaved Republicans' unstable Senate majority to a single seat, possibly making it harder for Mr. Trump to advance his policy agenda. Get the latest news and updates emailed straight to your inbox. By submitting your email, you are agreeing to Fairfax Media's terms and conditions and privacy policy. Mr. Jones' victory will narrow the Senate Republican majority to 51-49. His term lasts until January 2021. Congratulations to Doug Jones on a hard-fought victory. The write-in votes played a very big factor, but a win is a win. The people of Alabama are great, and the Republicans will have another shot at this seat in a very short period of time. It never ends.